While most of society is locked in on a phone addiction, I know I am, gripped by social media like a vice, one NFL rookie is choosing a different path. Linebacker David Walker isn't chasing clout, likes, or nightclub clips. He's chasing something better and higher: football and faith. In a world where rising stars like Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, and CJ Stroud share every moment online, Walker is doing the exact opposite. He's keeping a low profile and staying out of the limelight. While these guys are posting bottle service and neon lights, the 4th-round pick out of Central Arkansas is more known for his midnight prayers. Meet David Walker, the NFL's faith-first rookie you probably never have heard of. David Walker's football journey began in Stuart, Arkansas, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, a small rural town where Friday night lights shine brighter than college dreams. His first taste of football came at the ripe age of 6 years old. Pretty young, if you ask me. Maybe not for football. Eventually growing into a multi-sport athlete at Stuart High School. He lettered in football, basketball, and soccer, showing early signs of versatility and grit. In his senior year, he suffered a torn ACL, a tough injury for any athlete, especially ones in high school with limited medical resources and people to talk to and the proper training to get back in. It's just very difficult. The road to recovery was going to be a long and uncertain test of his resolve, both physically and mentally. And faith most likely helped him battle out of this torn ACL and back onto the field. Before the injury, schools like Arkansas State showed actual intent to maybe send him a scholarship or some interest, but the setback led him to begin his college career at Southern Arkansas University in D2. Walker always dreamed of playing Division I football, but the injury derailed those plans. Still, he never regretted his path, as he said in an interview, and he has embraced every challenge as part of his growth. From Stuart High School to Southern Kansas, where he recorded 52 tackles and 19.5 tackles for loss in just 11 games. And then he went on to Central Arkansas. Walker's path was not glamorous, but it was gritty, and he never gave up. He learned to overcome obstacles and prove doubters wrong at every step. This is what a growth mindset is: being able to take any type of adversity you get and be positive and want to learn and grow and be a better person. In the end, he wasn't a 5-star recruit. He didn't play at Alabama or Ohio State. In fact, most fans didn't even know his name on draft night, and neither did I. He played for the University of Central Arkansas, a school most NFL scouts barely track. Let's get into this man's rise. Despite the small school label, David Walker dominated at Central Arkansas. His relentless work ethic and high football IQ quickly set him apart from his peers. In 2022, he was named the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year, starting all 11 games and recording 66 tackles, 21 tackles for loss, and 12 sacks. He was disruptive, he was a menace, he was ready to go in the backfield and create a nightmare for opposing offenses. He was also a finalist for the Buck Buchanan Award, given to the top defensive player in FCS football. This is all the way from a Division II college to here, a prestigious honor recognizing elite talent outside the Power 5. And in 2023, he continued to shine and show who he was. He became a 3-time All-American and inaugural United Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. He led the UAC with 57 tackles, including 18 tackles for the loss and 8.5 sacks, ranking 8th in the nation in TFLs and 20th in sacks. His ability to consistently make game-changing plays earned the attention of scouts and respect from coaches across the country, and respect from his teammates, respect from his mom and his community, who were always backing him. In one game against Tarleton State, Walker set a school record with 6.5 tackles for loss, which really is crazy if you think about it. A performance that has cemented his legacy as one of the most defensive, dominant players in FCS football history. By the end of his senior year in 2024, Walker had capped his college career with a Buck Buchanan Award. So he was once a finalist, and now he got it. Over 3 years at UCA, he racked up a staggering 191 tackles, 31 sacks, and became one of the most decorated defensive players in school history, and one he looks back on and thinks about how he's been written in the history books. As the NFL Combine, his numbers were solid, but not spectacular. A 4.69 40-yard dash and a 35-inch vertical, not to mention being only 6'1", did not look amazing. He ranked middle of the pack in terms of numbers, really between 10 and 20 for most linebackers, which is not jumping off the charts. Scouts noted that his smaller frame, as I said, being 6'1", could have limited his testing mechanics. But we all know Combine transfer to the NFL is not everything. We've seen freak athletes go to the NFL and do nothing, and some be great. But what tells the real story is the tape. He has a relentless motor, elite bend off the edge, and uncanny instincts in pressure moments, which is what any great NFL player has. The moment he was drafted didn't even happen at a party or a live stream or a nightclub or anything you would think of. It happened in his local community church, surrounded by friends, family, and his faith, just as we've been harping on the entire time. Faith was everything to him. He woke up and prayed. He went to bed and put out his books and prayed. This was the backbone to his football career. From that moment on, Walker stepped into Buccaneers training camp, and yes, he was drafted by the Tampa Bay Bucks. He stood out, not just for his talent, but for his focus and discipline. He wasn't out partying. He never posted on social media anything crazy. He wasn't driving 140 miles an hour down the road. He wasn't all over ESPN. He was just keeping his head down, grinding and studying, and treating every rep like it mattered. The assistant coach even quoted, "He's one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen." And being an assistant coach in the NFL means you've been through a lot of coaching in your career, and that is one really good sign for his development. Not to mention, his quiet dedication is quickly setting a tone for his rise up the depth charts. Walker has played through pain. He's showed that he can get past a torn ACL in high school. He's pushed expectations, and he's began earning respect as a future potential day one starter in this league. I'm calling it now. His commitment, maturity, and consistency made him stand out, not just as a player, but as a person. And through it all, the Bible was number one. His faith, praying, no hype, just work, is amazing to see. It's really just nice to have a good role model for children to look up to. Unlike these IRL streamers or Johnny Manziels of the world or Shador Sanders. Even though David Walker seemed like he had everything going for him entering the NFL draft and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers camp, he had prayer for backbone and structure in his life. He had monstrous game-wrecking talent. He had consistent grind, grit, and hard work. However, even with all of this going, there of course is doubters in this world. The twist is not everybody likes this method and approach to life. In the high-pressure NFL environment where toughness is often measured by bravado and antics and how many clicks you can get, some question whether being faith-driven would help or hold him back. Let's be honest, not many people in the NFL are as openly talking about faith and how it affects their game like him. Could his soft-spoken nature really translate to pro football? I'm thinking yes. Many actually think no. But even through any adversity, as we've said, torn ACL, D2 start, barely getting into D1, dominating D1, being too small, they said it. It kind of reminds me of Ray Lewis. He wasn't strong enough, he was too small, he didn't have the IQ, he lacked the football nature, and look at him now. I think Walker can do the same thing. Getting past the religion aspect of his personality a little bit, the Buccaneers haven't defined a specific role for him yet, according to the coach. which is another set of adversity. Being a 4th round draft pick, many of them are cut or out of the NFL after a few years, maybe even less. But Walker remains patient and adaptable. Though his smaller stature and average combine numbers raise some doubts, he states that he's got inner peace that is rare in this game. As the 2025 NFL season approaches, the question isn't just if David Walker will make the team. It's whether his unique mindset built on discipline, hard work, and most importantly to him, faith, will help him not just survive the NFL grind, but thrive in it. Looking forward, for Walker, he states that if he were to go back and look 5 years ago, he never would have believed something like this can happen. And that's the type of mindset to have. If you're constantly thinking you deserve something and you need to be the best right away and don't have to grind, don't have to put in the work, you're never going to get anywhere. Somebody like David understands that every opportunity is a blessing. But overall, what will David's journey look like from here? Will he become the sleeper pick destined for greatness? Or will he fade quietly into the backdrop of NFL obscurity like many other rookies do? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching the video. I'm a brand new channel and would really appreciate any constructive feedback. I know this video isn't perfect and I would love to only improve on my future videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really will help me, and I will see you in the next one.